We're going on Facebook Live.
Well, I'm just doing it now. They just text me. It says you try to stream, just see if it starts up over YouTube. The channel is open. If it doesn't, for whatever reason, go back to Facebook and try now. Because it's also said here, understand this game now that it's streaming so
Yeah. That's not possible. It's lucky for you still.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Solent Sports Complex here in central Southampton for the second of this afternoon's basketball double-header. Earlier on, we witnessed Team Solent Kestrels women run out with a 20-point victory over the Reading Rockets, getting them back on track after last week's defeat. And now we have Team Solent Kestrels men's team looking to get back on track after their defeat to Thames Valley Cavaliers in NBL Division 1 last weekend, bringing a winning run to an end that extended over 2 years and 56 games for the Kestrels against NBL opposition. Kestrels really not able to afford any more slip-ups, with both teams, both Kestrels and Thames Valley, sitting at the top of the table on 1 defeat each, and the two teams meeting again next weekend in what could well be an NBL Division 1 decider, providing there's no slip-ups from either teams in any of their other remaining fixtures. So Kestrels looking to get back to winning ways tonight, but hampered by the big news that Orland Jackman has suffered a foot injury and is unable to play this week, and the prognosis is not looking good with his foot being booted up. He's here today, but not suited up. He is booted, but not suited. So that leaves a hole in the Kestrels lineup, looking like a 14.7 point, 8 rebound and 3 assist size hole that the rest of the team will need to step up. That's possibly not the best piece of news that Solent would have wanted leading into this particular game. Derby come into the game with a 12-4 record. Kestrels with a 13-1. Derby having won the last 2 games, defeating Oakland Wolves 92-88 away and Newcastle at home 75-69. Having previously had a hiccup against Bradford, where they lost a very, very close game by just 2 points. And prior to that, they've hammered Oakland's 124-93 and London Lions 82-55. So it's shaping up to be a really good fixture again this afternoon here at the Solent Sports Complex. As we were saying, Kestrels lost last weekend away to Thames Valley Cavaliers 70-81. And previous to that, the previous 4 games, they defeated Hemel 90-65, Rockets 95-68. Hemel again away this time 76-59, and Bradford Dragons 92-53. Kestrels averaging 96 points a game as opposed to Derby's 89. Kestrels with a league leading defence, conceding 66 points a game. Derby conceding 78 a game. It's shaping up to be an interesting contest here. We say Kestrels looking to get back on track. Teams for today's game are the visiting Derby Trailblazers: 3 Ash Ugo, 4 Charlie Brown, 5 Josh Godini, 6 Blake Bowman, 8 and captain Oliver Stanley, 9 Dominic Prosper, 10 Kieran Jones, 11 Jacob Conway, 12 Jake Chilver, 13 Malcolm Smith, and 17 Ronald Oberea. Kestrel 0 Ian Smith, 4 Orland Jackman, 14 John Lashley. I'm just going to pause while the players line up and no doubt take a knee, demonstrate their stand against racism, racial inequality and social injustice. as we were saying, Kestrels 0, Ian Smith 4, Alden Chapman not playing. 6, Elias Porman, 7, Elliot Dadds, 8, Brendan Okoronkwo, 9, Luke Gosney, 10, Andre Arsol, 11, Luke Bazumbu, 12, Kai Walker, 13, Chris Scarlett, 14, John Lashley, and 21, Travis Charles, who's going to jump it up with Oliver Stanley. Kestrels get first possession, get the game underway. Smith on the ball. Dadds is going to put up the first 3 of the game. It's no good. Travis Charles gets after it on the boards. Jacob Conway secures it for Derby. Kestrel starting with Smith, Dadds, Okoronkwo, Aerosol, and Charles. Derby Trailblazers, Charlie Brown, Blake Bowman, Oliver Stanley, Jacob Conway, and of course Malcolm Smith. Conway puts up the first shot for Derby. It's no good. Ian Smith will look to get into transition. Confronted with Malcolm Smith, finds Travis Charles on the elbow. First points of the game for Travis Charles. Charlie Brown, Oliver Stanley losing the handle. Charles comes up with it, and again Smith looking to push. He'll get to the lane. Backs it out, gets back inside, turns the corner. The right-handed scoop is good. Ian Smith off to the races. Bowman, empty pass to Malcolm Smith, fade away, no good. Okoronkwo, mid-range jumper, pull-up, is in and out. Malcolm Smith looking to force it for Kestrels. It's going to be a blocking foul called on Elliot Dadds. Malcolm Smith taking a little while to get up. A bit winded after that collision. He'll go to the line. Shoot 2. Looking forward to seeing Blake Bowman play here at the SSC, one of the up-and-coming young English talents around at the moment. Smith long on the first one. Second shot is good. Trailblazers on the boards. Kestrels up 4-1. 8:15 to go in the first quarter. Okoronkwo looking to drive, cut off by Conway. Okoronkwo will have another go, and on the continuation, will it count? Basket was good from Okoronkwo. He'll go to the line to shoot the bonus. Charlie Brown called for his first foul of the game. Charles' shot is good for Okoronkwo. Kestrels switching on the defense, causing a bit of confusion. Okoronkwo out on the break. Challenge is Smith. Basket is no good. Good defense from Malcolm Smith. Bowman's going to bring it the other way. Conway kicks it back out. Swings it to Charlie Brown. Smith's got inside position on Travis Charles. They can't get the ball to him. Now they do. He goes baseline. And he steps out of bounds. It's our first time out of the game. Called by Coach Shaw for Derby. With Derby trailing 7-1. 7.5 to go in the first. Coach Matt Shaw already not happy, berating his players. for a lack of effort, telling them they've got to play like their lives depend on it. I'm not happy with what he's seen so far. Derby slow out the blocks. Wondering if that's anything to do with the fact they only arrived 25 minutes, 30 minutes before the start of the game. Charles on the elbow, turnaround is good from Dads. How many times have we seen that over the course of the last 2 seasons? Conway, screen from Stanley, back to Okoronkwo down underneath. Okoronkwo on the floor. Conway will put up the 3, it's no good as he hits the floor. Okoronkwo breezes past. And Smith taking his time for the 3, puts it on the floor first, can't get it to go. And Smith not being his previous fluent self from beyond the arc this season. Bowman on the pull-up, no, he dumps it down low to Stanley. Good defense from Aerosol helping, cutting off the pass to Charlie Brown. But Smith looks to push. He's going to go inside. Oh, great move from Ian Smith. Travis Charles not expecting the shot, I think, not the two-handed wraparound bounce pass. Oh, Charles had done a great job of posting up his man and sealing him off down low. Smith, Bowman posting up. Shot clock running down. Conway underneath. Gets a nice position, gets Okoronkwo on his back and goes up for the 2. Aerosol's going to put up the 3. Just short. Good rims out off the front iron. Conway finds Smith underneath. Strong inside from Malcolm Smith. Nothing Travis Charles could do on that occasion. Charles is going to get into the lane and pull up. And you know what? Basket good. Travelling violations called on Charlie Brown. Derby Trailblazers looking a little bit out of sync early on. Luke Bazumbru coming back from injury. Limited minutes last time out. Checks in for the first time this afternoon. Ian Smith heading to the bench. Travis Charles will go to work in the low post now. Spinning. Great footwork. Travis Charles down low on Oliver Stanley. Travis Charles 3 from 4, 4 from 5 rather so far. Malcolm Smith spinning out of control. Losing the ball out of bounds. Josh Kadimi into the game for Oliver Stanley. Okoronkwo. Bazumbru looking to go baseline, kicks it, beautiful curl cut from Aerosol. Great understanding between Bazumbru and Aerosol. Good timing on the cut. Aerosol, the beneficiary of the pinpoint pass from Bazumbru. Bowman, pull up on the foul line. Shot is short. Kestrels with a 15-5 lead. Coach Guyman urging them to keep pushing it. Aerosol gets it back from Babs. Charles in the low post. Okoronkwo on the foul line. Can't get it to drop. It rims out. Charlie Brown gets past Charles to Smith. Gets his own missed shot and gets the putback. Hard work from Malcolm Smith on the offensive boards. And that's what you get from Malcolm Smith. 100% effort all the time. Travis Charles on Josh Kadimi. Kadimi too slow to get there to challenge the shot. Conway off the Smith screen. Goes baseline, kicks it out. Bowman to Kadimi for the three. Rims out. Smith again with the offensive rebound to Conway. Conway tries to go to the reverse. Is blocked by Bazumbru. He rips it away and is going to go coast to coast. Luke Bazumbru too strong on the offensive boards. And Travis Charles has it chipped out of his hands. Kestrels will keep possession on the baseline. Bowman and Brown will head to the bench. Kieran Jones and Ash Ugo checking in for the first time for Derby. Aerosol fakes the three, goes baseline too quick. Left-handed reverse layup is good. Kadimi going to the bucket against Bazumbru, who commits the foul. Kadimi on the line, misses the first. Makes the second, and the substitutions coming. Aerosol will take a breather for the Kestrels. And the three-point sniper, Chris Scarlett, checks in for his first action this afternoon. Kestrels with an 11-point lead, 19-8, 2:24 remaining in this first quarter. Zimbu goes baseline again. He's challenged in the air by Malcolm Smith. The referee calling it a shooting foul. Zimbu on the line to shoot two. Smith's first foul of the game. John Lashley is also checked in for the Kestrels. Travis Charles getting a rest. Zimbu makes the first. And the second. Scarlett defending Conway. Ugo going to work inside against Bazumbru, nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Kieran James, spins to the lane, kicks it out. Malcolm Smith had already read the penetration and was going to the basket in anticipation of the rebound. Kieran Jones not on the same page. Dads finds Bazumbru. Dads gets it back. He's going to look to hesitation dribble. Takes Kieran James to the basket. Ugo pushes it quickly the other way. Steps in. Basket, no shot, no good. Kadimi, no good. Lashley comes down with the rebound. As he was falling over, tried to get it to Scarlett. Ugo just chipping it out of bounds. Kestrels will retain possession. Conway's gone to the bench for Derby. Lashley on the foul line is too strong. Chris Scarlett getting on the board. Bowman gets there first, having come back into the game for Conway. Ugo let it fly from the corner. Too flat, too strong. Dadge pushes it. Kestrels 5 on 3. Dadge's pass is intercepted by Bowman, streaking back on defense. Jones on the wing, guarded by Okoronkwo. Kadimi guarded by Dadge. Nice pass from Kadimi. Actually, Ugo can't get the shot to go right at the bucket, and Lashley's going to bring it the other way and go to the basket. That's going to be an offensive foul. Malcolm Smith reading that one all the way, getting position. Lashley committing his first foul of the game. 23-8 for the Kestrels here at the SSC. Just over half a minute remaining in the first quarter. Ugo's picking up his dribble, nowhere to go. Turns it over to Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo's going to go to the basket. Can't get it to drop. Chris Scarlett followed, gets a rare offensive rebound and the putback. Chris Scarlett for 2. That'll be a long 2. Can't get it to drop. Bazumbru's going to push it. 3 seconds to go. Kicks it to Scarlett, forced the shot up, but he's stepped out of bounds. 1.4 seconds on the clock. Derby ball. Scarlett almost with the steal. One second. Kieran Jones gives it the full court heave. No good. So the first quarter, Travis Charles into double figures, into his work early. Double figures in points on 83% shooting from the field. He also has 3 rebounds. Kestrels lead 25-8 at the end of the first. Certainly it seems that Kestrels playing, having watched the game against Thames Valley definitely played the more intense of the 2 teams. And must be said, Kestrels seem to be on a different level today, far more lively, back to their usual intense selves. Part of that might be the fact, of course, that Thames Valley played some outstanding defence last week in that victory over the Kestrels, and Derby so far seeming quite sluggish, not necessarily all on the same page of the team book. Elsewhere around NBL Division 1 and WNBL Division 1 earlier this afternoon, Newcastle in men's Division 1, Newcastle defeated Oakland 81-57, and in women's Division 1, Ipswich defeated Thames Valley 94-72, and Solent defeated Reading 79-52. So Solent women They've done their part of the double-headed comeback trial this afternoon, winning their matchup. Can the men do the same? Certainly early doors it looks that way. Kestrels leading by 17, 25 to 8 as the second quarter gets underway. Kestrels going with Travis Charles, John Lashley, Smith, Dad, Scarlett. For Derby, Ronald Oberea has checked in. That's him out on the wing, putting up the first three of the quarter. Charles pulls down the rebound. Oliver Stanley back into the game as well for Derby. Malcolm Smith on the bench. Charles flashes high. Sorry, Lashley flashes high. Charles going to work underneath. Certainly Oliver Stanley's come out with more aggression at the start of this quarter. And he's going to be called for his first foul of the game as well. Josh Kadimi called for the push. Coach Shaw obviously got his way, wanting his team to come out and play tougher. It's resulted in two quick fouls. Scarlett coming off two screens, setting the screen, then rolling. Travis Charles is going to go to work inside. Footwork, shot up, no good. Under more pressure this time from Oliver Stanley. Kieran James will go to the basket. Ian Smith called for the foul. His dads went straight up and went flying on the drive. Kieran Jones. Malcolm Smith's rest was short-lived. Josh Kadimi is going to go to the bench. Ian Smith on the ball, goes to the crossover. Can't quite get it to drop. Lashley finds Charles, gets his men up in the air. Shot is no good, gets his own rebound. Puts it back, the basket is good, and he draws the foul. I think it's going to be called on Malcolm Smith. In fact, it's called on Ronald Oberea, his first of the game. Charlie Brown back in for Kieran Jones. Charles misses the foul throw. And Lashley's going to be called for the foul on Smith, or Malcolm Smith, as he pushes the ball down the floor. Optimistically looking at the referee saying, come on, ref, the basket was good. Foul was before the shot. It'll be Derby ball sideline as Okoronkwo comes back into the game for the Kestrels. Bowman looking for a Brown back door, but Smith had read the pass. Dadge under a bit of pressure, hurried the shot. Shot was too strong. Bowman holding it up. Stanley to Smith on the high post. He's going to go down low. Chris Scarlett comes to help. Smith turns away. Fall away shot is no good. Okoronkwo finding Ian Smith, scoops it to Dads on the wing. Swings it to Scarlett, sets his feet. Shot is on the way, is no good. Off right. And Charlie Brown will bring it down for Derby. Malcolm Smith going to work against a smaller pairing of Dads and Smith. It's going to be two shots for Oberea. Foul called on Chris Scarlett. Over his free throw is good. Second one, he gets a free roll off the back of the basket. And with that, he'll head to the bench as Jacob Conway comes back in for Derby. Whistle from umpire Tahir Akar, just checking that the clock was correct. The Kestrels' possession back on the sideline. Weak side help coming from Charlie Brown, deflects the pass. Conway will pull up for the long two. Bowman gets on the offensive glass. Kicks it to Brown, finds Smith on the foul line. Count that one. Malcolm Smith. Aerosol coming off the Charles handoff. Three-pointer is good for Andre Aerosol. Kestrels enjoying a 16-point lead fairly early on in the second quarter, 30-14. Smith turns and faces Charles. Good strength from Malcolm Smith, getting Charles up in the air and making the bucket. Smith to Dads. Aerosol thinks about pulling the trigger, goes baseline to Okoronkwo for the three. Okoronkwo can't get it to go. Yeah, I understand that the online scoreboard has crashed, so I'll keep you up to date with the score on a nice regular basis. It's currently 27, sorry, I beg your pardon, 30. I'm looking at the live stats, there's a slight delay. It's 30 to the Kestrels, 16 to the Blazers. Conway drives on the slashing cut, can't get the left-hand layup to go. Bazumba will bring it the other way. Okoronkwo, penetration, kick to Aerosol, pokes the three, drives inside, pull-up floater is short. Charles, who else, gets the boards and gets the putback and the score. Smith to Okoronkwo in the corner. Oh, Malcolm Smith taking the punishment this afternoon so far. Okoronkwo dropping the shoulder. His first foul of the game. Umpire Osgood not liking the fact that Okoronkwo was upset and frustrated with the play and the call. Bowman faced by Aerosol. Drops it down to Smith in the low post. Turnaround two is good for Malcolm Smith. Kestrels in a hurry. Zimbru gets it off Aerosol onto the wing. Pick and roll. Travis Charles in the low post. Triple team, double teamed. Travis Charles gets inside, kicks it out to Bazumbu, who thinks about the three. It's not his best shot. Travis Charles on the foul line for the two. It's a better shot, but Travis Charles hits the deck. Conway drives inside to the scoop right hand for two. And it's going to be timeout. Coach Diamond and the team Solent Kestrels. 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half. Kestrels up 32-18. Travis Charles leads all scorers with 14 points on 66% shooting from the field. Malcolm Smith has 11 for Derby. Aerosol has 7, Okoronkwo 3 and Smith 2. Charles also has 6 rebounds. Blake Bowman has 4 rebounds. Lashley, Bazumbru and Charlie Brown for Derby have 3 apiece. And Bazumbru, the leading assist maker this afternoon, along with Elliot Dadds for the Kestrels and Blake Bowman of Derby. They all have 3 apiece. 5:06 to go. Kestrels up by 12, 32-20. Derby with Blake Bowman, Charlie Brown, Malcolm Smith, Jacob Conway, and Oliver Stanley. Ian Smith for the Kestrels with Brendan Okoronkwo, Andre Aerosol, Luke Bazumbru and Travis Charles. Travis Charles setting the blocks inside. Ian Smith finds Bazumbru underneath. Bazumbru gets it back from Okoronkwo and travels with the ball. Turnover, Kestrels, possession, Derby Trailblazers. Charlie Brown, tightly defended by Ian Smith. Bowman gets it inside, hops down the lane, no good. There's going to be a whistle underneath the basket. It's going to be called on Luke Bazumbru. It's his second foul of the game. Dad's is going to come back in and give Bazumbru a breather. Smith's first foul shot is good. Malcolm Smith shooting 62% from the field, 50% from the foul line as Okoronkwo gets one to drop. Brown gets it back from Stanley. Smith at the high post. Basket is good in Travis Charles' face as he has the hand up trying to defend it. Dad's out on the wing, down to Charles, low post spin. He's going to go up for the power move against Oliver Stanley and Malcolm Smith. Nothing either of the Derby big men could do on that occasion. Kestrels 36, Blazers 24. Charlie Brown defended on the baseline by Charles and Ian Smith. Travis Charles pulls down the missed Charles Smith shot, and Ian Smith on the drive. Basket is good. There'll be a bonus shot coming. A foul called on Blake Bowman. His first of the game, and a timeout called by Coach Shaw of Derby Trailblazers. Kestrels 14 up, 38-24. 3:28 remaining. Both teams in the penalty for that last 3:28 of the game, or the half rather. Kestrels, as you would expect, even without Orland Jackman in the team, dominant inside. 30 points in the paint, affording Derby just the 10 points inside. Derby with 9 turnovers that Kestrels have converted into 12 points. Ian Smith's going to be on the line, shooting the bonus shot. It's an 8 sound of his substitution as Chris Scarlett makes his way back into the game. Chris Scarlett hoping to get his hot hand going. Conway, and of action up high with Blake Bowman's going to go down the lane, kick it to Charlie Brown in the corner for the 3. He's wide right, and the ball careens out of bounds off Blake Bowman's knee. Dads up high, off Ronquo. Travis Charles fronted by Charles Smith in the post. Nice defence from Charles Smith. Shot clock running down. Malcolm Smith comes up and commits the cheap foul on Elliot Dads. He played some really nice defence down low on Travis Charles. Malcolm Smith's second. He'll head to the bench along with Oliver Stanley, Josh Kadini, Ash Ugo checking back in, and Ronald Oberea will come in for Blake Bowman. With both teams being in a penalty, Dads will go to the line to shoot 2. This is the first. And this is the second. Oberea down low on the wing. Charlie Brown turns the corner, kicks it out to Kadimi. He's going to drive down the lane, going across the lane, fall away. Perhaps not the best shot. Dads comes away with it. Scarlett on the wing, 3-pointer on the way. In and out again. And Travis Charles flying in for the offensive rebound and the putback. The basket is good. Kestrels out to a 41-24 point lead. Still 2 minutes 18 seconds remaining in this high-scoring first half from the Kestrels. It'll be Ash Ugo's first foul as Charles goes to the line to shoot the bonus shot. Basket is good from Travis Charles. Conway. Jones thinks about the three. Ugo behind the back, spin dribble, fade away against Okoronkwo. Finally is good. Ash Ugo on the board with his first points of the afternoon. Dads spins down the lane, kicks it out to Okoronkwo. Shot clock running down. Okoronkwo, Scarlett is open. 3-point shot on the way. It's no good. Dads tips it. Aerosol picks up the loose ball. Okoronkwo will try his hand with a three. That is off as well. Conway goes behind the back against Scarlett, who recovers and cuts him off. Jones knocks down the three from wide on the wing for Derby. Matt Guyman has seen enough. Calls timeout with 1:11 to go in the first half. Kestrels up by 16, 42 to 26. Kestrels ball in line after that Derby score. Travis Charles down low. Kicks it out. Smart play from Travis Charles because Scarlett still can't get one to drop. Oberea gets up to clear the defensive boards and Ugo goes on the drive. Spins into Brendan Okoronkwo. No charge called. Kieran Jones kicks it to Conway on the baseline. Conway with the two from the Jones pass. Okoronkwo, Scarlett. Dads up high, swings it to Aerosol. Charles down low in the post. Inside out action. Scarlett will have another go for the three. This time it's short. Charles gets another rebound on the putback. Gets another rebound again. Swings it to Aerosol. Not quite where he wants it to be able to go straight into the shot. He drives, puts up the floater, which is good for the two as time runs out again. And at the half, it's Kestrels 44. Derby Trailblazers 31. Travis Charles having a great game so far. 15 points on the back of 66% shooting. Also shooting 75% from the line. He has 3 rebounds and has drawn 6 fouls for those 15 points. We'll just have, before we leave you for the half, let's just have a look and see what's going on elsewhere around the league. Newcastle Oaklands is finished. Newcastle coming out winners 96 to 76. Worthing are playing Leicester. They've got 1:34 to go in the first, so they lead 26 to 13. And Thames Valley Cavaliers don't look like they have any intention of coming across a banana skin in their game against Bradford. They're currently up by 26 to 15. 2:57 remaining in the first. So that's it for half time from us here at the Solent Sports Complex. Kestrels up 44 to 31. We'll see you shortly.
Yeah. That's nothing.
He's always injured.
Yeah, but there's nothing what's going on at the moment against the Nottingham game. They want us to play Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And we've said no, we can't play on the Monday. We play on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, but we can't play 3 games in a row. It's ridiculous. No team can make you do that. And in a great fight at the moment. I think I'll get Matt Guyman involved in it and let him phone the coach up and explain. Right,
Well, the coach used to play here anyway, so.
I know. I can't expect us to play 3 games in a row. See if they get connected automatically.
So welcome back to the Solent Sports Complex, everybody, for the second half of the second game of our double header here today. Team Solent Kestrels taking on the Derby Trailblazers. Kestrels currently top of Division 1, along with Thames Valley, both on 1 defeat apiece, following Thames Valley's fantastic victory over the Kestrels last weekend. Derby currently in 4th place in the league. Here at the SSC, Kestrels have the upper hand, leading by 13 points, 44 to 31, as we get underway in the second half. That'll be a kick ball off Malcolm Smith. And Smith's got to drive to the basket. Oh, late whistle from Tahir Akar. Offensive foul called against Ian Smith. It'll be his second of the game. Conway, Malcolm Smith up high, defended by Travis Charles. Conway posts up down low. He's got to draw the foul. Foul called on Elliot Dadds. It'll be his second of the game as well. Conway be on the line to shoot 2 free throws. Gets the roll on the first. And the second. Harrison spinning down low, and Oliver Stanley, Malcolm Smith comes to help. Ball is not loose in, Smith gets it back. Shot clock running out, Dadds lets the 3 go in the corner. It's good from Elliot Dadds. Good pressure on the defence from Derby Trailblazers. Bowman steps back for the 3. Dadds comes away with the defensive rebound, and Ian Smith looks to push it going the other way. Charles getting it away from the block. Oliver Stanley and Travis Charles getting tangled up. No foul call. Charlie Brown kicks it out to Conway. Conway, fade away is no good. Aerosol pulls down the boards. Smith will try the 3 is good. That'll should do Ian Smith some confidence and good. Struggling slightly from outside the past few weeks. Malcolm Smith will try his hand on the 3-point land. No good. Okoronkwo on the drive, kicks it to Dadds. Travis Charles. Immediately the help comes. Okoronkwo's the open man in the corner. Can't get the three to drop. Travis Charles gets the boards. Can't get the putback to drop. Bowman finds Stanley. He's called for the travel. Charles hands it off to Arisol, turns the corner to the left-handed drive. He rolls around and drops. 2 points for Andre Arisol. He goes to 11 for the game. Smith defending Charlie Brown. Conway, Blake Bowman posting up Arisol down low, hops into the lane, kicks it to Malcolm Smith. The three is long, way long, off the glass. Ian Smith collects the rebound, switches it to Arisol, switches it to Dads down low in the corner for the three. The three from Dads is good. Back-to-back threes for Elliot Dads from the corner to start the second half as Kestrels move out to a 19-point lead. I beg your pardon, the score's just changed again. It's in fact a 22-point lead now, 55 to 33. 6:42 to go in the third quarter of this NBL Division 1 1v4 clash at the Solent Sports Complex. Derby, Kieran Jones, Blake Bowman, Oliver Stanley, and Malcolm Smith. Full court pressure from Kestrels. Kieran Jones picking the dribble up. Derby not reading the trap, nobody coming back to help. So, as I was saying, Kieran Jones, Blake Bowman, Malcolm Smith, Jacob Conway and Oliver Stanley for the Trailblazers. Arisol, Okoronkwo, Smith, Dads and Charles for the Kestrels. Smith hands off to Jones. Jones puts on the line for the two. Umpire signaled it a three, but his foot was clearly on the line, and Arisol comes away with it, streaking down the lane for the two. Gets up and over the smaller Kieran Jones. Kieran Jones' pass broken up by Arisol. Smith on the break. 3-on-2. Defensive back. Dads feeling it downtown is good. Elliot Dads. 3 back-to-back threes now for Elliot Dads. Malcolm Smith defended by Charles out on the wing. Kieran Jones. Ian Smith defending him. A switch. Arisol picks him up. Stanley will drive to the middle. And there's going to be a foul called inside. And it's called on Elliot Dadds. Elliot Dadds can't quite believe that call has gone against him. I'm not sure about that one from our vantage point up here on the balcony at the SSC. A whole raft of substitutions coming for Derby. In fact, everybody apart from Malcolm Smith is off. Alberia, Judani, Ugo, and Charlie Brown on the floor for Derby Trailblazers. This time the call does go the way of Kestrels. Josh Gademi called for the offensive foul. Substitutions for Kestrels. I missed the last one. Chris Scarlett came in for Ian Smith, and this time Travis Charles comes out and John Lashley checks back into the game. Aerosol getting a nice screen cut back door from Lashley. Scarlett didn't see him. Aerosol, fall away is no good. Way off. Not expecting to get it back from John Lashley, I don't think. Charlie Brown on the drive. Scarlett forces him out. Nice defense. Malcolm Smith underneath, getting inside. Brendan Okoronkwo for the two. Kestrels 60, Derby Trailblazers 35 here at the SSC. Okoronkwo up high, swings it to Bazumburu down low. Lashley almost misses the pass. Lashley goes inside, has it knocked away. Gadini reaching around. Gadini tries to get too pretty with it down low. Should perhaps have been better off going for the layup. Trying to find Ugo inside. Deflected out of bounds by Kestrels. Malcolm Smith to inbound it for the Trailblazers. Ugo finds Malcolm Smith inside for the two. Strong move inside from Malcolm Smith, getting to the basket for the finger roll. Foul's called on John Lashley. That's going to be his third of the game. Malcolm Smith shooting the bonus. Aerosol under pressure in the trap, gets it to Okoronkwo, back to Aerosol. Oberea on the drive inside, kicks it out to Gademi. Three-pointer on the way is good for Josh Gademi. And it's going to be timeout called by Coach Guyman this time for the Kestrels. They lead by 22, 60 points to 38. Kestrels also in the penalty with 3:26 remaining in this third quarter. Travis Charles has 19 points for the Kestrels. Elliot Dadds has 11. Andre Aerosol has 13. The Trailblazers, as so often is the case, Malcolm Smith leading the scorers with 18. Jacob Conway has 8. Kieran Jones has 5. Kadimi and Ugo 4 apiece. Oliver Stanley yet to score. Travis Charles already with a double-double in this game, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. An efficiency rating of 28 so far in the game. Bazumbu, and then Lashley goes left, goes right. Bazumbu loses the handle. 5 seconds to go. Bazumbu is going to drive to the basket. Gets the soft touch going up into Gudini for the 2. Malcolm Smith at the other end. Malcolm Smith on the elbow. Jump shot, no good. Ian Smith collects the boards. And Bazumbu will push it down low to John Lashley, who misses the layup. Oberea inside. Can't get the friendly roll. There's a whistle underneath. Not quite sure what the call is. One of the referees is signalling 2 shots. It is going to be 2 shots. The foul's on John Lashley. That's his 4th of the game. And it's going to be Malcolm Smith on the foul line. Ian Smith on the penetration. Played through some earlier contact with no whistle and dribbled it off his foot. Possession to Derby Trailblazers. Ugo bringing it the other way. Oberea thinks about the downtown 3. Doesn't pull the trigger. Gudani's going to drive right-handed baseline power move blocked by Bazumbu. And referee calling the hold from behind. Saw Luke Bazumbu reach and blew the whistle. As Travis Charles checks back in to the game. John Lashley's going to go to the bench on 4 fouls and no points. Gudani misses the first of the 2 free throws. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the 3rd quarter here at the SSC. Gudani makes the 2nd. Smith collects the inbounds pass. Malcolm Smith comes to trap. Smith beats it easily off. Toronko's going to go to the basket. No foul called again on the defensive block by Gudani. Ugo into the jump stop. Doesn't take the shot. Charlie Brown. Ugo down low. Going to try to go to work inside. And the referee again making the call from behind the play where his vision's obstructed. Calling it against Travis Charles for the foul. Called as no basket, but no correction on the foul call. Which, to be fair, it probably was a foul, but a lot worse seen at the other end, or a couple of plays before. Ugo short with the foul throw. Gets his legs into that one and makes the 2nd. Scarlett retrieves the loose ball. Ian Smith alerts to the fact that Travis Charles is all on his own. Down low on the block. Finds him. Defence can't react in time. Ugo's going to go baseline. Scarlett cuts him off. Gudani for the 3. is no good. Malcolm Smith is short. Travis Charles pulls down the rebound. Ian Smith will clear up the mess. And that's going to be a foul called on Malcolm Smith, trying to protest his innocence. Just tagging Ian Smith the whole way down the floor. That'll be Malcolm Smith's third foul of the game, and he'll head to the bench for a rest. 58 seconds to go in this third quarter. Okoronkwo, Charles down low in the block. Charles double teamed. Finds Okoronkwo, who's the open man. He thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Kazumbu outside to Okoronkwo for the three, is in and out. And Smith saves it to Scarlett. Travis Charles fakes the two. No foul called again. Offensive foul called against Josh Kademi for the screen. Ian Smith pull up three as the clock expires. Can't get it to go. Scarlett. Smith with the three on the way. No good. Almost. Ian Smith. Kestrels with 3 bites of the cherry as the shot clock expired there. Couldn't get anything to go. At the end of the third, it's Kestrels 64. Derby Trailblazers 45. Travis Charles leading the charge in this game. 21 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. Malcolm Smith for Derby, 20 points, 5 rebounds. Dads has 11 points, 4 assists for the Kestrels. And Ian Smith for the Kestrels, 8 points, 5 assists. Elsewhere, we've already told you about the Newcastle Oaklands result. Newcastle winning 96-76. Worthing lead Leicester 55-34 at half time. And Thames Valley, well, could there be an upset on the cards here that would do Kestrels a favour? Start of the third, and the scores are all tied up there. Thames Valley Cavaliers 49, Bradford Dragons 49. So have a quick look and see what's going on in that game. Great Osborne is leading all point scorers there for Bradford with 25. He also has 9 rebounds. For Davis, 14 points, leading the scorers for Thames Valley. We'll come back to the action here at the Solent Sports Complex. Blake Bowman going to work inside, gets up, can't get the 2 to go. Under pressure from Chris Scarlett. Charles again clears the boards. Smith turning the corner inside for the pull-up. 2 is good. Bowman kicks it to Stanley. Foul line jumper, no good. Dads and Brown contesting it down low. Charles comes back from the block from behind. Arasol's off to the races. Arasol to the basket, gets the ball to drop. Nice control from Andre Arasol. Good soft touch off the end of that layup, off the end of that fast break. Kademi tries to thread the eye of the needle, can't get it to go. And Arasol's off to the races again. Gets it outside to Scarlett. Charles swings it to Dad. Smith thinks about the three, pushes it inside, goes to the layup. Ian Smith. Coach Matt Shaw has seen enough at the start of the fourth quarter. As Kestrels extend it out to a 70-point to 45 lead. 8:47 remaining. We're used to seeing Kestrels come out, and it's normally at the start of the third when they come out with a burst of extra pace and extra intensity and put the pressure onto the opposition. This time they come out firing on all cylinders, plus some more at the start of the fourth. Kestrels unchanged. Scarlett, Arasol, Smith, Dads, Charles. For Derby, Jacob Conway in the game. Bowman second the offense. Brown comes, sets the pick, he rolls. Bowman tries to go inside, nowhere to go against Charles. And Kademi will fire up the three from outside. Conway pulls down the rebound, gets under the basket. Acrobatic move from Jacob Conway for the two. Ian Smith again to the right-handed layup. Able to get to the basket at will in this game, it seems. Conway putting the moves on Scarlett. Good defense for Scarlett, forces him to pick it up. Bowman goes inside, and Chris Scarlett will be called for the foul. Chucks the ball up in frustration, not having conceded that foul, playing good defense on that Derby offensive trip down the floor. Chris Scarlett's second foul of the game. Elias Porman checking in for the first time today for Chris Scarlett, and Malcolm Smith and Kieran Jones returning for Derby. Ooh. Kieran Jones just getting back into the court as he got the ball back from Malcolm Smith. Conway pull up, blocked by Arasol. Good defense. How to close out the jump shot. Porman going to the basket. Wraparound pass outside to Dads is no good. Dads' three wouldn't drop. Nice instant impact from Elias Porman. Another of the Kestrels coming back from injury. Kieran Jones pops the three. Smith, this time he will get the whistle. Although he got the whistle, it's been called end-line ball. Arasol takes the three, drives baseline, gets it to Dads. He thinks about the three. Picks it up, dribbles it again. I think he's in about 4 minds about what to do with that one. Gets called for the travel. Kieran Jones going nowhere. Ian Smith's got him trapped in the corner. Somehow finds a way around him. Dads hits the deck on the push from Conway. No call, but amongst the confusion, Kieran Jones steps out of bounds, and it'll be Kestrels' ball sideline. 6:46 to go. Kestrels up by 22, 72 to 50 here at the SSC. Malcolm Smith coming from behind in the triple team against Travis Charles. Charles not seeing him, being knocked loose off Malcolm Smith. Kestrels' ball end line. Charles holds off Stanley, finds Dads cutting underneath. Dads gets the ball in the lane, goes to the reverse, gets it to drop. Smart heads-up play from Elliot Dads, as you would expect. Smith picks off the pass from Kieran Jones, finds Charles inside, drops it in for the 2. 26-point lead now for the Kestrels, 76 to 50. A foul called on Ian Smith. Third foul to go with his 14 points. It'll be a substitution for Derby Trailblazers. Blake Bowman will head to the bench, and Ash Ugo checks in for him. For the Kestrels to be a substitution as well. Brendan Okoronkwo coming in for Ian Smith. Oliver Stanley on the inbounds play gets on the boards for his first points of the game. 5 minutes 49 remaining. Kieran Jones is going to be called for the reach, and Andre Arisol, the referee again, somehow managing to see that through a crowd of players. Dads on the elbow, kicks it to Poorman. The three's on the way. It's short. It's going to end up being an assist, I believe, for Travis Charles. Ugo inside, nowhere to go, finds Conway. Conway blocked emphatically out of bounds by Elias Poorman. Conway blocked by Okoronkwo this time. Oliver Stanley tipping it away from Okoronkwo underneath the basket off the Dad's pass. Arisol pulls the trigger on the 3. Shot's no good. Foreman, Arisol, Charles in the post. Has it not loose by Smith, who comes off Charles Smith's foot. Great work on defence. Quick hands from Smith. Unfortunate for it to then bobble out of bounds off his foot. Kestrels ball. Substitutions coming on both teams. Josh Kadimi will come in for Trailblazers. Oliver Stanley and Lashley will come into the game for Travis Charles. Charles exiting 25 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 blocks. Okoronkwo nowhere to go. Malcolm Smith and Jacob Conway double teaming him. Steps outside, opts for the 3. Nails it. Brendan Okoronkwo down deep on the left wing. Smith down low, faces up to Lashley, shoots over him. Soft touch from Malcolm Smith, gets it to drop. He has 22 now for the ball game. Lashley down low, defended by Kadimi. Backs him down, fall away, jump shot is short. Hugo, jump stop into the lane. It's going to be called for the travelling violation as the defence collapsed onto him. Luke Bazumbu into the game for Andre Aerosol. Lashley down low. Strong move. Oh, John Lashley still can't get it to go. And Foreman's going to commit the quick foul. Nice. Strong position down low from John Lashley. Couldn't quite get it to drop. It's going to be Foreman's first foul. 3:35 remaining in the fourth here at the SSC. Kestrels 81, Trailblazers 54. Kieran Jones drops it inside. Charlie Brown nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Kadimi, who nails the 3. Zimbru skips Foreman out, finds Dadge in the corner for the 3 is no good. Brown putting up the 3, in and out. Lashley comes away with a defensive rebound and progresses the ball down the floor, hands it off to Okoronkwo. Lashley gets it back, Foreman flashes down the lane. Lashley going baseline, finds Bazumburu inside. Pretty pass from John Lashley, finding Luke Bazumburu. Substitution. Ugo into the game for Kieran Jones for Derby. Malcolm Smith puts up the quick 3, can't get it to go as Luke Gosney, having checked into the game, tips it away to Bazumburu. And that's going to be called an offensive foul. Malcolm Smith certainly taken some knocks in this game. gets defensive position again and draws the contact. Kieran Jones comes in. Malcolm Smith goes to the bench. 2 minutes 11 remaining. Kestrels 83, Derby Trailblazers 57. Kestrels in the penalty, having committed 14 fouls this quarter. Kademi put up the three. He's not shy on that shot. No good. Bazumbu clears the boards and bring it down the floor. Ball is not loose. Not loose again by Portman. Comes off his foot out of bounds. Derby ball. Portman on the breakaway. Gets blocked on the dunk. It's going to be called a foul. Kieran Jones getting up for the block. The two of them looking at one another. Just as Portman was about to take flight. Jones with the block from behind. Portman needing a bit more authority on that one. Makes the first of the foul throws. And makes the second. Still gets the two. Just had to do it the hard way. Or the long way, I should say. Jamie up top for the three. Scarlett tips it to Lashley, who tips it straight back inside to Ugo, who gets the two. Luke Gosney gets onto the scoreboard with the foul. One minute 12 remaining here at the SSC. .26 lead for the Kestrels. 25-point lead for the Kestrels. Derby coming with a little bit of pressure. Gosney picks it up. That'll be a backcourt. No. Scarlett finds Lashley with the alley-oop for the two. Looked like it was a backcourt violation from up here. And Bazumbu disrupts the pass to Kadimi as Lashley will push it down the floor. Lashley, Gosney can't handle it. Ugo looking like that was a travel. Ugo gets it back from Brown. Up and under for the two. So good. Gosney clears the defensive board. And he'll look to push it down the floor. Luke Gosney with the Euro step for the two. Nice move. Luke Gosney finally getting some court time, having missed 3 or 4 weeks with injury. Trying to get back into the rhythm of things. Kieran Jones finding Gadini underneath, can't get it to go. Last 20 seconds of the game. Kestrels is going to progress it into the front court. Shot clock is turned off and they'll hold it. And that'll be it here at the Solent Sports Complex. With the Kestrels 89, Derby Trailblazers 60. A convincing return to the winning ways for Team Solent Kestrels following their defeat against Thames Valley Cavaliers last week. So they remain on just the one defeat. It's a convincing game from the Kestrels. Travis Charles finished the game 25 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. Malcolm Smith for Derby had 22 points. Aerosol had 15. Smith had 14. Dad had 13, all for the Kestrels. Gadimi had 8 rebounds for Derby. Jacob Conway had 6. And for the Kestrels, Aerosol had 7 and Luke Bazumbu 6. And that'll do it from the Solent Sports Complex here in Southampton for this afternoon's doubleheader. We hope you've all enjoyed watching the game, or both games, and we look forward to welcoming you back here next week for the rematch of Team Solent Kestrels against Thames Valley Cavaliers. Should be a real scorcher. Looking forward to that one, and looking forward to seeing what could be a championship decider. Thanks very much indeed, everyone.